Bams, this is MDG and today I'm gonna talk about something a little bit serious. I don't think it's serious, but anyway, people think that you can prove God's existence by saying things like, "Oh well, you're breathing, aren't you? How'd the oxygen get here? You drink water, don't you? How'd the water get here?" Well, here's the thing. You're trying to use irreducible complexity, and I could use the same thing to prove the Matrix is real. Now, I actually do. I could actually believe that the Matrix was real faster. I could believe in any type of supernatural deity for the simple fact that, well, I see that computers exist. I see that computer simulations exist. Therefore, if someone told me that I was in a computer simulation, I would have an easier time believing that than I would believing that a supernatural deity put me here for a purpose that is not going to ever be defined to me. And if I choose to make my own purpose, then that's my own choice. And then you get into the element of choice, but then he knows whatever you're going to choose anyway. So is it really a choice if it's a predetermined path? No. Okay? Okay. I guess it is a choice. Let's veer off for a second. Like, let's say you're watching a movie for the second time, and there's no alternate ending in the movie or something like that, and the special features like, no. One movie, one ending, one story. Let's say you're watching a movie for the second time. The characters in the movie technically are still making choices, but if you already know the choices that they're going to make, does that mean that they have a choice still? Or is it just a linear path and choice is an illusion? I choose to believe that if you believe that it's a linear path, choice is an illusion. I believe choice is a real thing because it's not a linear path. Not in my opinion, it isn't. But anyway, let's get back to proving the Matrix. Okay, so how did something like water get here? You could say supernatural deity. I could say hydrogen and oxygen. Or I could say the machines programmed water into existence so we would have something to drink. Okay, how did air be a thing? The machines programmed us. It's basically the same thing as saying God works in mysterious ways. It's pretty much, like, if you think about it, they're both cop-out answers. You can explain any great thing by just saying the machines programmed it, and you would get gawked at, if you actually believed it. But if you said God works in mysterious ways, no one would give a shit. And it's fucking weird when you think about it. They're literally pretty much the same thing. I mean, when you break it all the way down, the Matrix and creation are pretty much the same thing. There once wasn't, then there was because something made it. There once wasn't a Matrix, then there was a Matrix because someone made the Matrix. So, yeah, I'm gonna keep this short. There's no reason to drag this on. I'm just saying, don't use irreducible complexity because you can use the same thing to prove the Matrix, and you can't say you can't. So, it's a bad argument if I can prove an already fictional story written by two women who are alive. We can talk to them, right? It's not like it was written by some dudes like fucking thousands of years ago. No, this was written 2001, I think the first Matrix movie came out, by the Wachowskis. We know this. Or did they just direct it? I don't remember if they wrote it or if they just directed it, but still, that's my point. All the actors that I know of are still alive. Oh, no, the first Oracle died. Rest in peace on that one. Yeah, the first Oracle died. She died before the third movie even happened. That's why there's a new Oracle in the third movie. But yeah, that's all I got to say, is that literally for the same irreducible complexity that you can... Oh my god, and for the one person who doesn't know what irreducible complexity is, it's when something is just so, like, they like to use the human eye. Well, when I do quotations, the human eye is these. That it's so complex, there's so much in such a small space that it couldn't have just popped into existence. One, you don't know that. Two, yes it could have. And three, so your next leap is so divine creator. No. My next leap would be, okay, let's figure out what did create the eyes. Oh, this process called pregnancy. Okay. So it's like it happens when the baby's developing. And a bunch of complex shit happens in a span of 9 months normally. And then the baby pops out normally. And you can fucking, like, watch that thing grow until you die normally. I say normally because there are extenuous circumstances like C-sections and stillbirth and killing your child and your child's committing suicide and a lot of other really things I don't want to think about. No. So yeah, that's pretty much it for this video. Don't stop using it. Okay, I thought the watchmaker thing would kind of subside a bit. I'll get into a lot of the more like logical fallacies and stuff like that if you guys want me to. I'm probably gonna do it anyway if you guys don't want me to. So, you know, it's my channel. Fuck you if you don't like it. I'm gonna go learn this song. You're gonna go fuck off. Later.